Shadows of Evil is a map that I've been kind of excited to talk about since towards the end of the Black Ops 2 reviews. This one will be shorter because getting back into the swing of how Black Ops 3 plays. But we're going to do what we usually do. Pros, cons, give the rating and recommendation, and then we'll go from there. So yeah. For pros, obviously celebrity cast. If you've been watching this far into the critiques, you know that is a huge thing I love about maps, and this one absolutely kills it with people like Jeff Goldblum and Ron Perlman. Like, Jeff Goldblum is my absolute favorite. When I learned he was on this map and I first played it, I restarted the map a couple times just so I could play as him, because there's just something about Jeff Goldblum's voice, man. The setting being like a legitimate little city is super dope. I really like it, and like the time period, like huge fan of that. And there's callbacks too. Like if you're playing as Jackie like I was, sometimes when you drink perks, he'll make a callback and say, "Ah, this doesn't taste nearly as good as Finn O'Leary's whiskey." And if you don't know, Finn O'Leary is one of the prisoners you play as in Mob of the Dead. So it's just a neat little callback that they did. Also, the camo it looks relatively similar to the Mob of the Dead one when you beat it, or when you pack a punch, which I know I have in here. The theme for this one, being like the Cthulhu, like Shadow Man looking thing, is super cool. I've always been a fan of that, because Cthulhu terrifies me, but like it's something about it is super cool. But yeah, and like just the overall theme, and it's got a very similar theme to Mob of the Dead as well, whereas these characters trapped here because they've done wrong, and ow, and sorry, cat like clawed my knee, and the Shadow Man kind of making them admit it, and like just have to live with it, and it's super dark when you're listening. And it is really cool. Another pro, as little as this one is, I really like how they made the perk symbols look. They look really dope. Wall weapon placement is super solid. Perk placement's really solid. Also, there's broken jars at the beginning of each path to tell you which perk is down which way. Yeah, and the introduction of Widow's Wine, which used to be one of my favorite perks, but it's okay now. Cons, I think the city could have been a little bigger. It is decently big, but I think they could have made it a little bigger. That would have been a little cool. I don't know. Oh yeah, another con. If you're playing solo, you can do all of the Easter egg except for the last step. Like, come on. Why you gotta do that? That's super unfortunate. But yeah, we're gonna give it a rating now. I'm gonna rate it... I'm gonna give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. It's super enjoyable. I love it. I think it's a really cool start to BO3 Zombies. And it's a really like good sense of like, hey, here it is. A lot of things are different. And it's a good foot in the door. And I do recommend playing it if you haven't in a while. It's a blast. I enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Hope you're having a good day. If you're watching early on, have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you in the next one. And until then, keep surviving. See ya.